I'm trapped in a... My life's become a mother... romantic comedy! And it's PG-13!
So Rebel, I know you also produced this film.
Yeah.
Why was this story important to tell?
To me, not only is it a funny and it's a really clever concept to the film, being a rom-com and an anti-rom-com, but just the message about loving yourself and being worthy of love, I think is just such a really good message, especially at this time right now where we are. I wish somebody would have made this movie for me like 10 years ago.
I think for Rebel, that was a personal thing that she felt. For me, actually, as a guy even, but I can feel that way too. And so we thought it was interesting to make a romantic comedy that is able to say, here's what the other ones do, here's what's so silly but so great about them, and let's do that and say our own thing at the end.
So on the topic of self-love, Valentine's Day is coming up. What's your ultimate form of self-care?
Self-care is like being just around people you feel loved with. You know, whether that's your significant other, your family, your friends, whatever. I think it's important it's a day of celebrating love.
Showering. I do it almost every day.
Showering.
Almost every day.
Almost. Good for you, man. I could totally tell a stark contrast when she moved into the fantasy world. And I was wondering how much of that was already in the script and how much did you guys just add in as you were filming?
As the filmmaker, I was the one that made sure those worlds felt very different. It was very detail-oriented about how to do it. I'm from there. I wanted it to feel just like home, you know, and I'm from Queens. We shot her apartment like 10 blocks from where I grew up.
No way.
So we tried to let it feel as alive and sloppy, and there's almost no score, and very not a movie. So that when she wakes up in this dream world, it would feel like a hyper movie.
Yeah.
And the camera's now slick, and everyone's dressed real nice, you know, and everything is perfectly manicured.
You can only watch one rom-com for the rest of your life. What do you choose?
Yes, no.
It's only one.
Can't even watch a movie twice.
I'm gonna maybe say Love Actually.
Good one.
Yeah.
I would go with The Wedding Singer.
Oh my
just 'cause
God!
I think it's so
Yes!
funny. Yeah.
That's my favorite movie.
Yeah, I love it.
I would go with Jerry Maguire. I really love Jerry
Classic.
Maguire.
Yeah.
I think maybe my favorite one is Notting Hill. I love it. I love it. She's hilarious. She is so great. It's so funny. It's so romantic.
Yeah.
It's made so beautifully, and
great.
that's my favorite one, I think.
If you guys could choose any film genre that you would wake up tomorrow and you would live in that universe, what would it be?
Apart
See,
from
this is
a
a-
romantic comedy.
I would want a romantic comedy.
You make it light and nice.
It's pretty good to have a
The thing-
huge amount
you
of love
You
coming
don't
at
want to be
you.
like, I
Stuck
choose
in-
horror.
Yeah.
Like a
Stuck in
slasher.
Get Out or
What?
something.
Thriller.
Or Psycho.
I think for sure you'd want to do a
rom-com.
comedy. But a romantic comedy, there's lots of highs and lows.
There are.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah,
that where
you
you're
have
just
the
eating a tub
heartbreak.
of ice
Yeah,
cream.
there's a lot of
Always
slips
know
and
that
falls.
Yeah,
It's on a
you're gonna
high.
break something.
You know it'll end on a high with a rom-com.
Yeah.
So you don't
it
mind
should
going
end
through
well.
trials.
But you have to
and
live it every day,
tribulations.
so it ends when you're 85 years old, and you're like, hey, finally, it all worked out in the end.
That's true. You're in it forever. Good point.
So your emergency is that your apartment is too big and you have every shoe you could ever want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I.
Yeah.